Good evening, everyone. So, I did not have time to put on any face or do my hair really because I was hanging out when everything with Mr. Trump has happened. So, what do we know so far? Here's what we know so far. Trump was doing a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, just over yonder, actually. I'm not leaving the apartment right now. Traffic is a mess in this whole area. Anyway, in Butler, Pennsylvania, there was a man who shot at him and the crowd. We know that one audience member has died. Two people were critically injured. Trump had a grazing on his ear. There is a rumor it was protective glass and not a bullet, but we believed it was a bullet for a long time. We're going back and forth on that. And then he reaches up for his ear, felt or blood sort of thing, and then crouches down. The Secret Service gathers over him and they escort him off of stage. There's already two kind of iconic images from that moment. One of the blood kind of dripping across his face, and the other one of Trump holding his fist in the air with the blood still kind of on his face. Secret Service escorted Trump to a local nearby hospital. He was discharged about a half hour ago, and they're on their way to the airport. That's what we know for sure so far. The mainstream media has been interviewing witnesses, all this type of thing. We know the man was a shooter on top of a nearby roof. We know that he is now deceased as he was taken out by a Secret Service sniper who found him after the attack. And they're right now trying to understand how he got up there. It has been confirmed the weapon was some sort of assault rifle. It was an AK-47 or possibly 17. I've seen multiple reports on that. Someone in the comments will tell me what was correct about that. I thought it was small caliber when I first heard the audio because I thought it sounded smallish, I thought it was something very small. And with the slightness of the wind, I thought it was like a 22 or something like that. Something that couldn't really hurt anyone sort of thing, but would cause blood if shot in the wrong direction. No, it was a very actually serious sniper rifle. Obviously, this is what everyone is talking about today. As a side note, Richard Simmons and Dr. Ruth died today, but no one, unfortunately, is going to care, sadly enough for them, because of this incident. But that's kind of where things are at this hour. I'm recording this at 10:02 on July the 13th, 2024, Eastern Standard Time. And that's where we are. Obviously, there's a lot of things going around on Twitter right now. A lot of narratives going around on Twitter right now. I'd encourage everyone to keep a level head. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long conversation. It's going to be a long everything. Take a break if you need to. A lot of stuff is being said, a lot of hate against the media right now, a lot of hate against the Secret Service. I've already seen 15 tweets from people doxing the bio of the director of the Secret Service because Elon Musk tweeted that she had been head of security at PepsiCo and could not possibly be qualified to be running the Secret Service, despite the fact she was a Secret Service agent for 27 years. DEI stuff has been thrown around. This is the narrative. It's going to be a very long night, especially on social media. There's mega threads on Reddit. That's what's dominating the Twitter discourse right now. The mainstream media is still covering it. It is nighttime here in the East, so they've had to move out of the empty stand, but they've been running the photos on repeat probably for 3 hours. So that's where we know right now. That's what I've got for you right now. If you have questions, comments, concerns, it's probably faster to get me on Twitter at Cameron Cowan. But feel free to leave comments on this video in the comments section. I'll be more than happy to answer. We can keep the dialogue going. I thought about doing a big live on all my channels. I don't think I'm going to do that. But if there's any new information, I will be back and reporting that to y'all. So, obviously, I don't have a video prepared for this because we didn't know this was going to happen. So tomorrow morning's podcast will be completely irrelevant to this, but don't worry. As the story develops, I'll be back with more info. So, all right, everyone. Thank you. Remember, try to stick to the facts. Try to avoid speculation. Take a break when you need to. Take care of yourselves. These are historical and unprecedented times. I am very worried about the violence that may come of this as Trump supporters are emboldened. I've been on the phone with some people already, and with texting some people already about this situation. There's a lot of doomerism right now. There's a lot of fear about how this is going to affect the election, how it's going to affect polling. And we'll talk about that. But you're going to be feeling a lot over the next several hours, and that's okay. We're going to wake up tomorrow and deal with this reality. This is the first assassination attempt on a president or former president since the 19th century, and any sort of attempt on a former or current president since Reagan in 1983. So these are, this is if you're feeling a similar feeling to the way you felt if 9/11, if you were alive for that, or January 6th, 2021, things like that, that's okay. Make sure to take a break. It's going to be okay. Let's all breathe together, and I'll be back with some fresh information later. All right, have a good night.